Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It is finally fall! Woohoo! Today is the second full day of fall, and I am loving it so much. I don't think it's any secret that in the writing community, we tend to really like fall. Of course, that's not everybody. I know, not everybody likes fall. Not everybody likes pumpkins and pumpkin spice and everything, and the cold weather and the leaves falling. No, I think everybody likes the leaves falling outside. Fall is not everybody's favorite season, but I feel like, especially in the writing community, fall is the favorite season of the majority of us. And yesterday, when I stepped outside to let my cat out, I just took a deep breath and oh, it smells like fall outside. Even today, walking out to go to work, and right now, it smells like fall. And I don't know what it is. What is it in the air that makes it smell like fall? Is it smell of the leaves dying that we're smelling? It's like the air smells cooler. And it is getting cooler, which is really nice. I'm looking forward to the cooler weather. Of course, here in Utah, I live in the desert, and summer is holding on for as long as it can. So during the day, it's still a little bit warm, thus the short sleeves in my fall attire. But the mornings are cool and the evenings are cool, and that coolness is kind of starting to stretch and meet in the middle, which is so exciting to me. So today I thought I would bring you something special. I'm going to share with you my favorite writerly fall things. I don't even know what to call them. My favorite things to enjoy as a writer in the fall. Things that I just look forward to at this time of year, that when I smell that autumn scent on the air, it just makes me want to pull these things out of storage and cozy up with them, turn on the TV, read this book. I'm going to start with books. These are the books that at this time of year I just want to pull them out and read them again and again. I don't know what it is exactly about autumn that makes me want to pull out my favorite book of all time, but out it comes without fail every autumn, and that is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I love this book so much, and I really think the reason I like this book so much is because it feels like it's my life. I grew up with a bunch of sisters, and our personalities kind of coincide with the personalities of each of the March sisters. In the beginning of the book, the girl's father is away, and it is just the women at home. The mother and her 4 daughters, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy. And the book really doesn't even begin in the fall. It actually begins on Christmas Day. The book really follows all 4 of the sisters, but a lot of the focus is on Jo, who is an aspiring writer, as she strives to get her works published and ends up being published in newspapers. And of course, in the end, she finds what she really feels that she is meant to write. And it's just a beautiful story, and for some reason, it just feels like it encompasses that overall feeling of fall nostalgia that I like at this time of year. So Little Women is the first book. The second one is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. Now this is not the actual book. I'm on the hunt for the perfect edition of this book. But for now, I was able to find this one at the library, which actually it's kind of a condensed version of the book, so it is Washington Irving's writing, but it's kind of cut and snippeted, and then it's got all these little illustrations throughout. But the descriptions of fall in this book are so perfect. This book takes place during the season of fall at the time of Halloween, and it follows Ichabod Crane, a new schoolmaster in the sleepy town of Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow is known for being a town full of superstitions and ghost stories, and the people all believe that there are several ghosts who roam the woods surrounding the hollow, but one ghost in particular who rules the hollow is the Headless Horseman. And of course, there have been so many TV and film adaptations of this, you're bound to have heard of the story, but if you've never read the book, it is a treasure. It's a delight. You can find this online for free. It's a really short book. You can read it in one sitting, which is what I tend to do. Oh, I just love it so much. This book is just rich with this visual descriptions that almost will just make your mouth water, and you can just see it all. Oh, I love it. So that is the other book that I really like to read at this time of year. Next are my favorite movies to watch at this time of year as a writer in autumn. The first one would have to be, of course, Little Women, because I love the book, and the movie as well is just, I wouldn't classify this even as an autumn movie. I mean, look, it's snowing on the cover. But for some reason, when I smell autumn in the air, this is the movie that I want to watch the most. And I think it has more to do with the nostalgia of the movie than it has to do with the season. But this season is a nostalgic season. This movie is nostalgic for me, and this is the time of year that I watch this. Always without fail, every fall, I will watch this movie and cry and have my tissues and my warm tea, and of course, because you gotta have your tea. The next one is actually, I have this movie, but I cannot find it anywhere, and I'm so sad, but I think it's on Netflix right now, and that is You've Got Mail. You've Got Mail takes place, well, it begins in the fall, and one of my favorite lines from the movie is when Tom Hanks' character is writing to Meg Ryan's character, and he says,
"Don't you love New York in the fall? It makes me want to buy school supplies."
Go.
I'm almost ready.
I would send you a bouquet of newly sharpened pencils if I knew your name and address.
I just love that the movie starts out in the fall, and Meg Ryan's character owns a little bookstore. Tom Hanks' character is opening a big bookstore that threatens to put her little bookstore out of business. And I just love the atmosphere of all the books and seeing her little shop and how she decorates it for the seasons, and it's so cute. So that's another movie that I really like to watch at this time of year, and I feel is appropriate for writers and book enthusiasts alike. And then the last movie that I really like to watch at this time of the year that just reeks of fall and also follows the story of a writer is Dan in Real Life. This is a comedy, but kind of a sad one. Nothing goes his way. I mean, he doesn't look very happy, does he? But it's just such a funny movie, and also it just, I don't know, it just tugs at the strings of nostalgia in my heart. Steve Carell's character is a writer for a column in the newspaper where he lives. His wife has passed away, and he is left with 3 girls that he is raising on his own. He takes his 3 girls to go and visit with family for a family get-together, and they never say it's Thanksgiving, but it really has that Thanksgiving feel to it. At least that is always what it's like when I get together with my family for Thanksgiving. My family lives in the Pacific Northwest, and so we usually rent a beach house or a cabin in the woods or something like that, and we get together for Thanksgiving. And just all of the scenery in this movie looks so much like how it looks when I get together with my family. Even though it's on the East Coast, it looks very similar, and that feeling of family togetherness. But in this movie, Steve Carell's character ends up meeting this woman in a bookstore and falling for her, and it's kind of a big deal because he hasn't even really looked at another woman since his wife passed away. And then he ends up going back to where his family is staying and finds out that this woman he just met and is excited about is actually the same woman that his brother is bringing home to meet the family because they just started a relationship. These 2 characters have to decide what they're going to do, if they're going to tell the family. They had met before. He wants to keep it a secret because he doesn't want his brother to know that he's in love with his brother's girlfriend, and shenanigans ensue, and it's very wonderful. But the point is, it takes place in the fall. There's a lot of beautiful falling leaves. He's a writer in the fall. It's just one of those movies that I just really like to watch at this time of year. So those are the movies. And then lastly, but certainly not least, as I'm writing, I really like to have a candle burning. And my favorite candles of all time, I tell you, I've tried to branch out. I've actually found several candles that smell really good. I've had friends send me candles that I really liked that had delicious fall scents, but I can never find them again. I don't know where they are. But these candles never fail me. And I'm sure you could guess them in 3 guesses without me having to tell you, but they are from Bath & Body Works. And they are, first of all, autumn. The autumn scent from Bath & Body Works, oh, I just love it. Oh my gosh, it smells like you're walking through an apple orchard right at the start of harvest season when all the apples are so just full and ripe that they're starting to fall from the trees. So there are some on the ground that are getting a little bit mushy, and so you can smell them like they smell like applesauce. And then there's the ones in the trees that have been warmed by the sun. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what it smells like. It smells like an apple that's been warmed by the sun. And then there's the leafy smell of the trees. I cannot believe how good this candle smells to me. It is everything that is like outdoor. I'm in an orchard and it's fall. That's exactly what this candle smells like. And then the next one is leaves. And this one smells like hot apple cider to me. The apple is a little bit more understated than in the autumn one, but it has the cloves. It's kind of more like a mold, like mold spices that you would pour in hot apple cider, is what it smells like to me. Oh, yeah, it's just all of the good herbs and dried leaves and things of fall. That's what this one smells like. So those are my two favorite candles. I keep this one at my writing desk, the leaves one, at my writing desk while I'm writing, and then the autumn one I keep out in my living room, so the rest of my house smells like an orchard, and then my writing room smells like spiced cider. Those are my fall favorites that I just wanted to share with you. And please comment below and let me know, what are your fall favorites? Do you have books that you would like to read every year at this time, or movies that you always have to watch because it's tradition? What are your favorite candles? Where do you get them from? What's your favorite fall treat? I was going to go and get some. Dairy Queen carries this pumpkin pie blizzard. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Honestly, pumpkin pie is, I know a lot of people like pumpkin pie, but you don't understand. You don't understand. It's different with me. Pumpkin pie awakens the werewolf in me. And it just like transforms me into this beast where like you just better get out of my way. Because there's pumpkin pie and I'ma eat it because it's so good. And the two best pumpkin pies, in my humble opinion, are my grandmother's homemade pumpkin pie. Nothing holds a candle to that, but one thing that comes close is the Costco pumpkin pie. I don't really like cheapy pumpkin pies from like Kroger's or, you know, most grocery stores. I actually don't really like their pumpkin pies. I don't like it for it to be too spiced. It has to be custardy and sweet, but spicy, but not too spicy. You know, everything has to be just right. The crust, oh, and when it's just right, it could put me in a coma. It's just like, oh, it's so good. I even wrote a blog post about it. I'll link that below as well because maybe it'll help you understand this obsession that I have with pumpkin pie. My husband actually read that blog post before he'd really gotten to know me, and it made him fall in love with me, so there we go. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but I do know he read it beforehand, and when we were dating, he told me about it, and he said he thought it was scary but funny. But anyways, that concludes this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, please comment below what your favorites are. Spread the love, spread the goodness so that I can go look up your favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Would you come and take a walk with me? We'll cross over the mountains and we'll reach the pale blue sea. I love you, I'm so glad you love me too. And I wrote